Your dog forgets the treat you dropped last Tuesday, but certain moments stay with them for the rest of their life. Dogs form deep, lasting emotional memories tied to how safe and loved you make them feel. Most owners never realize how closely their dog is watching and listening. These are the acts that stay with your dog forever, shaping how they experience you long after the walks get shorter and the naps get longer. Number 1. Watch where they actually want to be touched. Most dog parents pat the top of the head, maybe scratch behind the ears, and call it affection. But there's a spot that carries far more weight, and your dog spends their whole life hoping you'll find it. The base of the chest, right where the neck meets the sternum, is packed with nerve endings tied to their earliest memory of safety. It's the exact spot littermates and mothers rest against during sleep. A slow hand placed flat there, no padding, just weight and warmth, triggers a release of oxytocin that calms the nervous system almost instantly. Researchers studying human-dog bonding, including the oxytocin gaze studies out of Japan, found that mutual eye contact combined with gentle touch raises oxytocin in both dog and owner, a two-way loop scientists call the oxytocin gaze loop. It's one of the few documented cases where a bond between two different species produces the same hormonal response on both sides. Most owners never slow down long enough to find this spot. They pat quickly and move on before their dog's nervous system even registers the contact. When you do find it and you stay there, you're teaching their nervous system, on a chemical level, that your hands mean safety. Number 2, the voice they're waiting to hear. Your dog needs something from you that has nothing to do with food or walks. Studies on canine cognition have found that dogs process the emotional tone of human speech in a brain region similar to where humans process voice. Your dog isn't just hearing sound, they're reading you, the way you'd read a face. Dogs raised in quiet households tend to show more anxious attachment behaviors than dogs who are talked to regularly, often startling more easily and taking longer to settle after any change in the room. Your dog needs you to narrate your life to them, not baby talk. That high, sing-song pitch can read as excitement or urgency rather than comfort, and can leave an anxious dog more unsettled. What works is your normal conversational voice, the same one you'd use with a friend on the phone. Tell them about your day. Explain why dinner is late. Talk to them while you fold laundry or wait on hold with customer service. Dogs are good at telling the difference between a calm voice and one that signals something is wrong, and that ordinary voice is what tells their nervous system the world is safe even when nothing exciting is happening. In multi-dog households where humans rarely speak directly to them, dogs often become less responsive to their name over time, not because they've forgotten it, but because they've learned that hearing it doesn't lead anywhere. Number 3. What happens in the first 10 seconds of your morning? Your dog performs a ritual every morning that you probably rush past. The moment you open your eyes, dogs, descendants of animals who lived in tight social groups, instinctively check whether their person is okay. It's a small version of what wild canids do after a night apart. Confirm the group is intact. How you respond in those first 10 seconds shapes their entire day more than most owners would guess. A dog greeted with a calm word, a slow blink, or a gentle hand before you even get out of bed tends to settle faster and show fewer stress behaviors, like whining at the door or circling the kitchen. A dog who is stepped over or met with irritation in that first moment often carries that unsettled energy for hours, sometimes shadowing you from room to room. You don't need a production. A quiet good morning, a hand reaching down before your feet hit the floor, even just meeting their eyes counts. These small, almost automatic gestures often predict how relaxed your dog will be for the rest of the day better than the length of their walk does. Number 4. The signal almost everyone misses. Every dog has a point where affection tips into overstimulation, and most owners push past it without realizing, mistaking tolerance for enjoyment. Watch for a stiffening body, a tongue flick, a yawn that isn't tiredness, ears pinning back, or a slow turn of the head away from you. This isn't your dog being difficult, it's your dog telling you, as clearly as they know how, that they need space right now. When you notice these signals and back off immediately, your dog learns that you listen, that their small signals actually change what happens next. That lesson, repeated over months and years, becomes the foundation of trust everything else is built on. Dogs who are consistently pushed past these signals, held too long, hugged too tight, cornered for attention by well-meaning kids or guests, often become what behaviorists describe as chronically guarded. They never fully relax, even in calm moments, because their body has learned that stillness doesn't guarantee the touching will stop. Respecting the small no is one of the most overlooked ways you can say, "I see you," and I'll stop when you ask. Number 5. How you leave changes everything. You're probably making your dog's day harder every time you walk out the door, without meaning to. Dogs recognize the routine before departure. Keys jingling, shoes coming out of the closet, a bag going over your shoulder, and many start showing stress minutes before you've even reached for the doorknob. Long, emotional goodbyes and complete silence both tend to make this worse. The first signals that something big is happening, the second offers no closure at all. What helps is a short, consistent departure ritual. The same calm phrase said the same way, the same few seconds of contact. Maybe a puzzle toy that only appears when you leave. Repeated daily, this predictability lets your dog's brain treat your absence as routine instead of alarming. Dogs with a steady departure ritual are less likely to develop destructive chewing, pace excessively, or bark for long stretches while alone. Without it, many dogs spend their time near the door in a low-grade state of alert, ears tracking every sound in the hallway, unable to settle until they hear your key again. Number 6. The company they need when they're unwell. When your dog is sick, they need something most people misunderstand. Dogs don't just need medication and rest, they need quiet presence, nothing more and nothing less. This traces back to their pack instincts. An unwell animal stays near the group, but doesn't demand interaction. It just needs to know the group hasn't left while it's vulnerable. Being in the same room, reading, working quietly, doing something calm with your hands, communicates safety in a way that constant checking in and hovering doesn't. It can actually add stress at the exact moment your dog most needs to rest. Dogs who have a calm, present owner nearby during illness or recovery tend to rest more deeply than dogs who are left alone in another room or fussed over anxiously every few minutes. Your dog will likely only be seriously sick a handful of times in their life. How present and calm you manage to be in those moments becomes part of how they remember you, long after the illness itself is forgotten. Number 7. The words they wait a lifetime to hear. Dogs pick up on decline long before most owners want to admit it, sensing changes in energy and routine well before anything is confirmed. Veterinarians who work in hospice and end-of-life care often describe the same pattern. Dogs in their final weeks become more attentive to their owner's emotional state, not less, as if trying to read what's coming from your face rather than their own body. Many dogs seem to hold on, sensing their person isn't ready, rather than because they're still struggling to let go. What helps, according to those who work closely with dying animals, is honesty. A calm voice telling them it's okay, that they've been good, that they are loved, and that when they're ready, it's okay to rest. This isn't about giving up on treatment or on the time you have left together. It's about letting the end be acknowledged gently, out loud, instead of fought against in silence. Your dog will only go through this once, and they'll go through it watching you. How you show up for them in that final stretch is often the last thing they carry with them. Every dog is quietly keeping score of how you make them feel, long after the walks and the meals are forgotten. But there's one more act of love most owners never even realize they're withholding. A small, everyday gesture hiding in plain sight, and it might be the one your dog wants most of all.